that accomplish a particular task. Algorithm is a finite set of instructions that accomplishes a particular task. This is called algorithm. I will start recording. Mobile is right? Algorithm. What is an algorithm? Right? An algorithm is a finite set of instructions that accomplish a particular task. An algorithm is any well-defined computational procedure. Well-defined computational procedure that takes some value or a set of values as input and produce some value or set of values as output. Right? An algorithm is a well-defined computational procedure, any mathematical procedure or any computational procedure that takes some values as input. Some values are one value as input, and it produces one value or more values as output. Right? There is no particular format to write algorithm. We can write in a human understandable language. Characteristics of an algorithm. An algorithm must follow some characteristics. Every algorithm has input, output, definiteness, finiteness, and effectiveness. Right? What is input? Input any quantity, some values or some quantities, 0 or more quantities are externally supplied as input. That is called input. Right? 0 or more value, more quantities or more values are externally supplied. That is called input. Output, at least one quantity is produced as output. At least one quantity. What is definiteness? Each instruction is clear. Each operation must be definite. Each instruction, whenever you are writing algorithm. Right? That means it must be perfectly clear what we should done. What we should be, it should be. Suppose that means x plus y plus 5, x plus 5, y plus 5, or 0, 3 by 0. They are not clear. There is an ambiguity. Ambiguity is there. X plus y is ambiguity. What is without knowing the value of x, you can't find the x plus 5 value. Without knowing value of y, without knowing the value of y plus 5 is meaningless. 3 by 0 does not permitted. It is not permitted in mathematics or any. So to achieve the criteria, definiteness must be written in any programming language. So definiteness is compulsory in any algorithm. Finiteness means it should have the finite number of steps only. Finite number of steps. If we trace out the instruction of an algorithm, all the cases, the algorithm terminates after finite number of steps. Right? Only finite number of steps are needed in any algorithm. Effectiveness. Every instruction in the algorithm must be very basic. That it can be carried out only by using the pencil or pen you can write. Very small basic. Effectiveness means study of an algorithm, how to devise an algorithm, how to validate an algorithm, how to analyze and how to test an algorithm. You can learn all this, but not necessary. But read, if you do, I will share what is debugging, what is freeform, right? Yeah, notation of an algorithm. Notation of an algorithm. The notation used for the algorithm specification must confirm it must be concise. Algorithm must be concise. The notation must be concise. It must be unambiguous. Unambiguous means no confusion, right? No ambiguity. Must be capable of machine execution. Machine execution. Algorithm must be executed using any program, any compiler. It must be capable of machine execution. If you write any algorithm, if you implement in any programming language, it must be executable. Right? It must be promote elegance in the solution. Right? Right? Yeah. I'll show the what is algorithm, how to write an algorithm. Algorithm is human understandable. It's a simple algorithm. I'll show you. Right? Simple algorithm. Write an algorithm to find the sum and product of two numbers. I will show the algorithm. Algorithm. Write an algorithm to find the sum and product of two numbers. First, any algorithm, just this is step-by-step procedure. Step-by-step procedure. Step 1. Step 1. Simply start or begin. Take any two values as input. Read or take. Read A comma B. Two numbers. You take the values for two numbers. Step 3. Now next. Compute sum. Sum equals to A plus B. Or calculate, compute A plus B. Step 4. Product also compute. Compute product A into B. Step 5. Next, read, write or print or display. You can write any. Print sum, whatever you have calculated values, computed, just print or display. Then stop. This is the format of algorithm. Some 6 steps. Start writing algorithm. Take the values as input. A comma B as the input. Read A comma B. Read or take A comma B. Compute sum and product. You can write as step 3 and step 4 as single step also. Compute sum equal A plus B, product equal A into B. Print sum and product. That's it. This is algorithm of finding of sum and product of any two numbers. Right? Understood, students? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. I'll show some of the algorithms. Yeah. Next. See, write an algorithm to convert the temperature in Fahrenheit to centigrade using the formula C equal to 5/9 into F minus 32. Same. Copy the algorithm. Step 1, start. Step 2, take the temperature Fahrenheit as input. Read temperature in F. F means Fahrenheit. Step 3, calculate or compute. C equals 5/9 into F minus 32. Step 4 is to print C value, temperature. We have calculated Fahrenheit to converted Fahrenheit to centigrade. the value, centigrade value stored in C. Then stop. Copy this. Write an algorithm to convert the temperature in Fahrenheit to centigrade using the formula C equal to 5/9 into F minus 32. You know that how to convert temperatures from Fahrenheit to centigrade, centigrade to Kelvin. Right? Algorithms are like this. The algorithm ki ilage undali, particular format and name undadu. You can write in different books. There are different formats in algorithms. You see in different algorithms in Google also you can search. C program, ANSI, Balaguruswamy, there are some algorithms. In other books, let us see Yashwant Kanetkar, some algorithms are there. Right? Dital and dital. See some algorithms you can write in your own way. Understandable, human understandable language. Next, write an algorithm to find the greater of two numbers, not greatest, greater of two numbers. Two numbers, how to find? This is a decision making steps are needed in here. Else, if else is needed. See both the algorithms, conversion from Fahrenheit to centigrade and finding the greater of two numbers. Write down these two algorithms. Try to understand. If not, I will explain once again. See this. Once I complete algorithms and flowcharts, I will start the C program. Copy these two. That students, everyone should write the notes with the dates, observation notebook, whatever. Whenever we start the offline classwork, offline labs, I'll check up all your notes. You follow, whether you are following or not. Everything is having the marks, assignments, observation notebook, everything. Record. Right? Idea of algorithm is to solve the logical and numerical problems, mathematical problems. Yes, copied. Two algorithms. Write an algorithm. Convert temperature to Fahrenheit using the formula. Next, write an algorithm to find the greater of two numbers. Okay, over. See, this greater. Yes, greater of two numbers. Start. Take same two numbers. Compare two numbers. If A is greater than B, you can write in symbolic also using symbol. If A greater than symbol B, if A is greater than, then store the A value as a big number. Else, store the B as a big number. Condition is false. B is a big number. Then print big. That's it. Over. Yes, see this. Write an algorithm to find the area of the triangle whose sides are small ABC. How to find using the properties of triangles? If the sides are given ABC, find the S equal to A plus B plus C by 2. Then delta area of the triangle equals to under root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus. You know the formula? Calculate this. Simple. This is algorithm. Start, read the sides of a triangle ABC. Find the semi-perimeter. Semi-perimeter. That is called semi-perimeter is S of the triangle by using the formula S equal to A plus B plus C by 2. Then area equals to S into under root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Print area, that's it. Just copy this, everything. If it is not possible, take the photo and copy later on. In the 200 white pen, 200 page white notebook, you copy everything. Right? Algorithms, flowcharts. Next, once we start the C programming, also you need to write the C program and execute and take the output and copy the output in that notebook. Right? Okay, students, any doubt, ask me immediately. Have any doubt? All these are basics, algorithms, flowcharts. Write an algorithm to find the greatest among three numbers, not between. Between is used for only two. Write an algorithm to find the greatest among three numbers. Yeah, use the if condition, if else. See this. Start, input, take the three values. Declare variable g and assign. Initially, greatest number is 0. Take the greatest number is g is 0. If g is smaller than or equal to a, then a is the greatest. If g is smaller than or equal to b, then b is the greatest. If g is smaller than or equal to c, then b is the print g. Or it's better to follow the second algorithm. This you follow this algorithm. That's not clear. Start, input three numbers a, b, c. If a greater than or equal to b, then largest is a. Else largest is b. If a is greater than b, compare a with c. That's larger value. If large is less than c, then c is the larger. Else print. Yeah, you can write algorithms for area and perimeter of square, area and perimeter of circle, cone, volume of cone, surface area of cone, volume of sphere, surface area of sphere. You can write all algorithms for all these mathematical formula. Yeah? Algorithm for quadratic equation, finding of quadratic roots.
notes కూడా షేర్ చేయండి సార్.
ఖచ్చితంగా చేస్తాను. Don't get worried. Weekend I will share after completing flowcharts, up to flowcharts, introduction of computers, all this basic knowledge of computer, block diagram, algorithms, flowchart. This Saturday I will share all this. CR ఎవరు ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళ మెయిల్ ఐడి పంపించండి నాకు, ఎందుకంటే I can't share in WhatsApp. I will share the links in the mail, into the mail. CR's మెయిల్ పంపిస్తాను. ఆల్రెడీ ఒక ఎవరో సిఆర్ మెయిల్ పెట్టారా మెయిల్ ఐడి నాకు? ఎవరు అబ్బాయి ఏదో కుమార్ అని ఉంటుంది. యువర్ సిఆర్ సమ్మన్ షేర్. డోంట్ గెట్ వరీడ్. ఎవ్రీ టాపిక్ ఐ విల్ షేర్. Don't get worried, but it's better to maintain some white notebook also. Yes. Write an algorithm to find the area and perimeter of a square. How to find area of the square? Side into side, perimeter 4 into side. That's it. Very simple to write algorithms. Copy this one also. Start, take the side of the square a. That side is a. Area equal to a into a. Perimeter equal to 4 into a. Print area comma perimeter. Stop. There's very simple steps in algorithms. Right? Sorry, ilage rayala. Start to stop. You can write begin, end. You can use some other. Right? Next, write an algorithm to find the roots of a quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c equal 0. That's a quadratic equation. Coefficients of x square, x is a. Coefficient x is b. Constant is c. Now using those, you can. Capital is square root sqrt of b square minus 4. Discriminant. B square minus 4 is discriminant. You can write your own terminology as an algorithm. But steps are needed in order. So reverse steps and your wish. In different books, there is no particular format to write algorithm. Right? But mathematically, you first understand. Then write as the step by step. Right? Find the area and perimeter of your circle. The next. Perimeter, pi into r into r. Area. Perimeter is 2 into pi r. 2 pi r. Right? R is the radius of the circle. Read the radius. Only read the radius of circle. Pi value is 3.141. Yeah, conversion. Fahrenheit to centigrade, centigrade to Kelvin. Take the formula. Right? You can write any algorithm from Kelvin to Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit to Kelvin. Right? This is about algorithm. Right? What is flowchart? Any one of you? What is flowchart? Flowchart. Graphical or pictorial representation of an algorithm is called flowchart. Graphical representation of an algorithm is called a flowchart. Students.
Yes, sir.
Flowchart. The graphical representation of algorithm is called a flowchart. Flowchart. There are some symbols to be used to write the flowchart. There are some symbols to be used. I will explain here clearly. See, there are some symbols. Flowchart symbol. See, this is terminal. The symbol is called terminal. Please note down. Terminal. It is the all symbol, just like egg-shaped, represents any terminal point in a program. Right? Generally, it contains the words begin, start, end, stop. You'll write all those in the all symbol. Terminal. That is called terminal symbol. Represents begin, start, end, starting and closing symbols. You will write. The words contains like this: begin, start, end, stop, like this. That is all symbol, a terminal symbol. Second one symbol is a parallelogram. Parallelogram is used to write input and output values. Input and output values. Parallelograms are used to represent the input output function. Right, making available for the processing the input data and recording of the processed information. That's output as output. Right? The parallelogram is used to represent input and output values. Next, third one is rectangle. See the students. Rectangle. That is, rectangle is to process the data. Processing the operation. Rectangle represents the processing operation. A process changes or moves data. So the symbol rectangle is used to process. You calculate, compute. They have written in algorithm. Calculate sum equals a plus b, product equal to a into b. This rectangle is used for assignment statements. Understanding, students? Parallelogram is read, write, print. We use the parallelogram for input output. Next, flow direction, fourth one. Arrows, left to right to top, bottom. Arrows. Generally, we use the arrows left to right as well, top to bottom only. Cannot use other two, but all these are flow direction arrows. These lines are arrows represent the flow direction function. Flow direction, flow of control, from where to where it is going. Flow is left to right and from top to bottom only we use this. So flow direction, it is called flow direction symbols. Annotation. Annotation is a broken line and a bracket, just like it depends annotation function. Whenever you write algorithm, you'll get clear idea. This annotation. Next, decision making symbol. This diamond is very important. Diamond also. Yeah, decision making symbol. Whenever you are using if condition, we use this if condition, or either it is comparison between two or more than two. That is also switch case. Also we can use the diamond represents the decision or switching type of operation. Switching means there may be more than two options also. Either it is it is switching. A diamond is for if condition. Either it is yes, it goes some other way. It goes no, it goes some other. It is condition is true, that gives other option. Condition is false, one more option it gives. Sometimes multiple decision options also it gives. Multiple decision structure. Right? The diamond dependent decision or switching type of operations, which that determines which of the alternative path is to be followed. A path lo vellali anedi that decide chestundi diamond box. We use the decision making symbol diamond if conditions generally. Next, connector. If there are 4 or 5 options at a time, they come to conclusion, they come to as the output, we use the connector like this. Arrow, circle, arrow. Circle represents a function in a flow line. This is called connector. Finally, output will give. We'll write. I will show this connect also. Next, predefined process. This is looking like a double-sided rectangle. Represents a named process that consists of one or more operations or programming steps that are specified elsewhere. In this. So, this is called predefined function, the double-sided rectangle. All the symbols also sometimes they're asking the exam. What are the flowchart symbols? Explain. Right? Looping. Next one is looping. The symbol is like this. All depend the looping which is repeated based on a condition. Loop is repeated. Suppose factorial. If you want to find the factorial of a given number, loop is repeated. Factorial, you want to find factorial of 6. You multiply 1 with 2, 1 plus 1. Again, increment 1 plus 2, like that. Multiply up to 7. So if you want to find the factorial of 7, that is called repeated. Repeated based on a condition or value of the variable. So looping symbol is like this. Yes. Yes. There are 9 or 10 symbols are there. Whatever we needed for to write flowcharts, to draw flowcharts, have taken. See this one by one. Students. Yeah. Write an algorithm and draw the flowchart to find the sum and product of a given two numbers. Actually, I have explained the algorithm of finding sum and product. Algorithm. I missed here. Step 1 is start. Step 1 missed. So, okay. See how to write flowchart. How to write flowchart for the first problem. First algorithm I have written, that is fine. Find the sum and product of two numbers. Sum and product of two numbers. How to write the flowchart? See this right side flowchart. Symbols, oval symbols, just like shaped symbols. Start and stop. Start and stop symbols we used to start and stop the flowchart. Now parallelogram is used to read the AB values. Read A comma B. Parallelogram symbols read A comma B. Then rectangle symbols used to calculate or compute sum and product. You can write in single rectangle, so you can write sum equal to A plus B, product equal to A into B. You can write in single rectangle also, you can write. So now, again, parallelogram is used to display. Reading and writing output, reading, taking the values, input, output purpose, we use the parallelograms. Computational purpose, assignment statement purpose, we use the rectangle. Starting and stopping of the flowchart, we use that oval symbols, that is terminal symbols. Right? Students, are you getting? Students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Copy this. This algorithm as well, then corresponding flowchart also you copy. Algorithm start, read A comma B, sum A plus B, product A into B, print sum comma. You can write instead of print, you can write display also. Right? Output also you can write. You can write your word, words you can print, display, output. You can take a read, instead of read, you can take input also you can take. Input A comma B. You can take. Right? Try to understand all these are basics. Flowchart, algorithms are very basic things to write the programs in C. Right? Copy this. How many of the people are attending? $52. What about others? Yes. Yeah, next algorithm and the flow chart. Write an algorithm and draw the flow chart to convert the temperature in Fahrenheit to centigrade. You already have written this algorithm for this. Very simple one. Start, stop, read, write, and assignments. Only 3 symbols we are using here. Simple algorithms, simple flowcharts. Right? You copy this. Yes? Over? If it is taking more time, take the photo and copy later on in your notebook.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one more example. You take the sides, small ABC you take. Don't take capital ABC for sides of a triangle. In the algorithm has taken wrong this. Read A, comma B. Write the algorithm and draw the flowchart to find the area of the triangle whose sides are small ABC. You take small ABC. Start. In the algorithm, we missed one step. Start. Read small a, comma B, comma C. Find the semi-perimeter. Right? S equal to A plus B plus C by 2. Area equals to S into S minus B into S minus and the root. Print area. That's it. Same like you can write which symbols we are using. Be careful. Flowchart in the flowchart. Start and stop. Vowel symbols, terminal symbols. Read and write. Read and print. There is in the parallelograms. Assignment statement to find S value area. There is in the rectangles. Very simple. Very simple. Very simple. Right? If you concentrate, once you understand flowcharts, algorithms, you can write C programs in the syntax. Very simple. If you are perfect in mathematics, you will be the good programmer. If you are perfect in mathematics, you will be a good civil engineer. If you are perfect in mathematics, you will be the good electronics engineer. Any scientist. All based on the mathematical skills, sharpness, thinking ability. All these are based on your mathematical skills. You can become the good engineer. Okay? Over? See this. Write an algorithm and draw the flowchart to find the biggest of the given 3 numbers. See this. Be careful. We use that some connector also we use the final. Big A, big C, big B, all are connected at a time. That is a print big. Take the 3 values, start, take A, B, C values. If A greater than B, then compare A with C. Then again A is also greater than A is the biggest value. Else C is the biggest value. Because already A is greater than B. If the C is greater than A, then C is the biggest value. Else if compare C with B. C is greater than B, then C is the biggest value. Else B is the biggest value. That's flowchart. In the flowchart, C start, read A, comma B. If A greater than B, if yes, go to the left side flow. No, go to the right side. If yes, compare A with C. No, compare C with B. If again A with compare A with compare with C. If yes, A is greater than C, then A is the greatest value. No, C is the greatest value. The second, the right side. If C is greater than B, yes, C is the greatest value. No, B is the greatest value. All are use the connector, connected to connector. Then finally print the big value only. Whatever big value, according to the 4 possible cases, that is the big value. See this? This is using the decision making box. That is diamond box. We use 3 times diamond box. It's very important. Try to understand whenever you are using the decision box. Right? Students, copy this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Algorithm as well flowchart. Next, sin x. Write an algorithm and draw the flowchart to solve the following series. Sin x series. Sin x equals x minus x cubed by 3 factorial plus x power 5 by 5 factorial minus x power 7 by 7 factorial plus alternate terms x power n by n. Plus minus, you know that sin cos x is 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x power 4 by 4, like that. Even powers. cos x, even power, sin x, odd powers, plus minus, alternate plus minus. Now write the algorithm as well, flowchart. See, this is, we are using a repeated loop because we are multiplying every time with it. So use the repeated, go to step. In the step 5, there is go to step 3. Again, repeat until the I is reached as n. Try to understand this algorithm. See, initially, take the start, read x comma n values. Initially, sin x value is 0. Sin x is s. Take as 0. Then store the variable x into the variable term. I is initially 1 because x power 1 by 1. The second term x cube by 3. X cube by 3 factor. I is 3 there. If I is greater than n, then print s. Whenever I becomes more than n value, then that is print the s value, that is the sin x value. Else, s equal to s plus term. Every time you are adding some term. S equal to s plus term. Term is nothing but for in the first iteration, term equal to s, x. Second iteration, term equal to minus x cube by 3 factorial. Third iteration, x power 5 by 5 factorial. Term value. How you are getting term every time? Initially x into x square into minus 1. Right? By miss there. X square by minus 1 by I plus 2 there actually. By I into I plus 1 or I plus 2. X square into minus 1 by I plus 2. Then only we will get the multiplying x power 3 by 3 factorial, x power 5 by 5 factorial we will get. The next I will show this. This is flowchart of sin x. You can write algorithm flowchart of cos x also, e power x also, log x also. You can write algorithm and flowchart. Right, students? You can write flowchart and algorithm for sin x, cos x, e power x, log x. Yeah, factorial. Use the repeat flowchart. Factorial, how to find the factorial of any number n. Factorial of 6, how to find? 1 into 2 into 3 up to 6 you multiply, you will get the factorial 6. Or 6 into 6 minus 1 into 6 minus 2 into 6 minus 7 up to 1. You can get the factorial value. Multiply. Right? Start, read n. You forgot one step, please add that step. Start as the step 1. Start step 2 as read n. Step 3, you store the factorial. Fact is 1. Initially, factorial value is 1. Next, it multiply next value into factorial. 1 into 2, 1 into 3, 2 into 3, like that. Multiply. For I equal to 1 to n, step 1. Fact equal to fact into increment the I value. Initially, I fact equal to 1, I equal to 1. I into 1, 1 into 1, 1. Increment the I value. Factorial is 1, I is 2. 1 into 2, 2. Factorial is 2. Again, increment I equal to 3. Already fact equal to 2. 2 into 3, 3 factorial. Similarly. Go to step 3 until they reach the n value. Right? This is algorithm. Same like you can write flowchart also. Yes. Flowchart of factorial. Finally, print the factorial value. Yes. Students, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, factorial value. Next, draw the flowchart to find the roots of the quadratic equation. I've seen the algorithm already, right? Algorithm, flowchart. Again, find the greater between two numbers. Draw the flowchart of finding area and perimeter of a square. Very simple. You can write very simple using the basic symbols only. You can write terminal symbols. Parallelogram, rectangle. Yeah, we can use this one for the finding sin x function. Yeah, term into x into minus 1 by I plus 1. We use this formula. It's better. We'll get the next term. Initially x. Again x into x is term. X into minus 1 by I plus 1 and I plus 2. Right? Actually, this is x square into minus 1. Term into x square into minus 1. This miss x square here. Instead of x, we write x square. Use the sin x function. Write the flowchart as well algorithm. And as Fibonacci series, I will share these notes. Fibonacci also. In Fibonacci is getting the next new term, adding the previous two terms. See this. 0, 1 initial values. Again 0, 1 is added, you will get 0 plus 1, 1. Again 1 plus 1, 2. 1 plus 2, 3. 2 plus 3, 5. See the series. This is called Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series, you will get the algorithm also, right? We can write flowchart also. Right? Any mystery algorithms will be. Students, up to flowcharts, I will share the notes on Saturday for the purpose of introduction of computer, basic knowledge, basic things of machine language, high level language, language translator, softwares, different softwares, black diagram of a computer, algorithm, flowchart notes I will share you. Be perfect. I will start the C programming tomorrow. What is C first of all? You know all these basics, you can understand C is very easily. Right? Any doubt up to this, students? Yes, students. Any doubt up to flowcharts?
No, sir.
Yeah. Very basic things. Try to understand. Already చెప్పాను in first class లోనే 1 month అయ్యాక స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం చదవడం 15 days అయ్యాక చదవదాం. That's other subjects are different from the C programming. This is new for you. First day of the instruction. Be careful. Try to understand. ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు అర్థం చేసుకుంటే మీకు ఈజీ అయిపోతుంది. You can write your C programs, even 200 lines program also you can write very easily once you understand that. If you do not understand, it's very difficult of subject. Right? సార్ నాకు ఏం అర్థం కాదు. C programming అర్థం కాలే అంటే మీకు సాఫ్ట్వేర్ సైడ్ పనికిరారు మీరు. It's a basic programming language. If you know the basic things, you can understand basic things, then only you can write you will be the good software engineer you will become. Right? Okay, ma. Enter the attendance and leave. Enter the attendance, the chat box.
Mail ID sent, sir.
Ma?
Mail ID, sir.
Yes. Mail ID.
అదే సార్ ఈ షేర్ చేసి అన్నారు కదా సార్.
నాకు మెయిల్ ఐడి మీరు పంపించండి, నా మెయిల్ ఐడికి వెళ్ళి షేర్